could probably mute the microphone, but I have to remember to unmute it. I think there's a single button. Oh, I'll leave it so I can talk during the live stream over the countdown. If anyone wants to adjust their sound, so it should be about the right sound. If I close, you can probably hear the trains going past and stuff. Okay, so my resolve is read through nice and slowly. Be a bit clearer, hopefully. Yes, folks, starting another 4 minutes. Okay. Let's find the letter I in this picture. Oh, well, that's a signal to start. The timer says we've still got a minute left. But we don't have to follow that, do we? What's a minute? Okay. So, second Sunday after Epiphany. Hello, my name is Veronica. This is a live stream I try to do every week to help myself to be organised enough to go through the Gospels with my children. That's sort of a personal resolution I have. Also, to show that reading Latin is a simple sort of thing, that anyone can pick up bits of ecclesiastical Latin, and reading through the Sunday's Gospel is one of the, I don't know, it seems a logical sort of thing. You want to read it anyway. It's a story that you probably know, and it's available in Latin and English on, if you look up, I look up traditional Latin Mass calendars, and some of the websites have handouts which you print out to take to Mass with you, which have all the readings, not just the Gospel, but the introit and the Epistle, all those in Latin and English. It's all ready to go. As a great resource, great if you're motivated to read the readings of the week. So here we go. Usually, zip, we've got this great book from the 16th century, I think. Yes, 16th century. That means 1500s, long, long ago, with these wonderful pictures. So usually I start with a picture because I think, it gives you a better picture of what's going on. But then looking at how other reading programs go, some of them just read straight through the reading that they're working on, the text they're working on, just to get it in your head, and then go through some of the explanation, then come back, read it through again. I don't know. I sort of want to try this today, so that you'll see that the focus is on the Gospel and we're not just reading through pictures. Okay, so I'm going to try to read through the Latin without making any comments, and then, maybe look at the picture, go back over the Latin. That's the chief bit. It's okay. And also, while I was... okay, I'll get back to it. I made a PowerPoint. I can't seem to get it to display on the screen without taking over everything. So, but it does make the words a little bit bigger, I think, than just looking at the web page. So, Núptiæ in Cana, the wedding at Cana. This is St. John's Gospel, chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. Okay. In illo témpore, Núptiæ factæ sunt in Cana Galillææ, et erat mater Jesu ibi. That accent should be on that AE, not that one. That's interesting. Okay. I might have found a typo. Okay. Núptiæ factæ sunt in Cana Galillææ, et erat mater Jesu ibi. Vocátus est autem, et Jesus, et discípuli ejus ad núptias. Et deficiénte vino, dicit mater Jesu ad eum, Vinum non habent. Et dicit ei Jesus, Quid mihi et tibi est múlier, nondum venit hora mea. Dicit mater ejus minístris, Quodcúmque díxerit vobis fácite. Erant autem ibi lapidae idrae sex fácite secundum purificationem Judaeorum capiente singulae metretas binas velternas. Dicit eis Jesus, implete idreas aqua, et impleverunt eas usque ad sumum. Et dicit eis Jesus, haurite nunc, et ferte aci triclino, et tulerunt. Ut autem gustavit aci triclinus aquam vinum factam, et non sciebat unde esset, ministri autem sciebant, qui hauserant aquam. Vocat sponsum aci triclinus, et dicit ei, omnis homo primum bonum vinum ponit, et cum inebriati fuerint, tunc id quod deterius est. Tu autem servasti bonum vinum usque adhuc. Hoc fecit initium signorum Jesus in Cana Galilei, et manifestavit gloriam suam, et crediderunt in eum discípuli ejus. So that is the text we're working from. Okay. Hopefully you pick up some of the words going on there. So maybe this is a good time to go through some of those words. Okay, so that makes me think, yes, I should have, I can show you the, see, the word list. Oh, it's on this one. Yay, okay. So that'll come up on the screen. It's, this is what I use to make the crossword puzzle. So you can see venit is came, vinum, wine, Dicit, said, múlier, woman. Maybe this isn't quite so useful. There's a lot of the words repeat from week to week. They're common enough. But some words, núptiæ, being married. Núptiæ is a plural word, so núptia would be a singular. Anyway, we use the word nuptials when we're being fancy in English. Idriai. Oh no, idriai. It'd be idriai in classical, idriai ecclesiastical. So they say water pots. Aqua is the word for water, and idriai is the word for pots. Sex is the number 6. Fácite, do it. Secundum, according to. Nunc is now, tunc is then. I like how some words go together in pairs. Purificationem, you can see the word purification in there. Mihi is to me, tibi is to thee or to you. So this list of words, I haven't actually put it up on the web page. If I can think of some way to format it nicely, I guess I could just cut and paste it like that. But well, let me know in the comments if you want me to cut and paste the word list in. It's kind of implicitly in there. This is the Quizlet set. So you can view this study set. I've actually got it open in another tab. And then you can see the list there. So that might be the better way to see the list. There's also different ways. You can print them out as flashcards. There's a print thing down there. It's not very obvious, but there's lots of things you can do with that list through Quizlet. So hopefully that'll help. Let's see. You can... Let's see, there's the crossword puzzle, there's the handwriting worksheet. Usually I leave that to the end. So I've read through the gospel. Let's go through the picture. So you've seen some of the vocab, so it should be more familiar. They use the similar sort of words. So the picture, let me explain briefly. Down the bottom of the picture is sort of a legend with a letter for each part of the picture. And so it's a bit of a game to try to find each letter. There's one letter I still can't find. But we'll get on to that. So A is in these little wreaths up the top. So in Latin, triclinium ornatum. So that says it's an ornament for the table. Triclinium. Oh, and ante triclinium is the name of the steward. So he's to do with for the table. Yeah, for the feast. So next letter is B. Mensa virorum ubi Ioannes sponsus et Jesus. And, oh, I see, B. B is the table over here. I have read it through. I just always get mixed up. You can see Jesus has the big halo and Mary has a very little halo, nice and subtle. Mensa virorum, the table of the men, where Ioannes sponsus et Jesus. John the groom and Jesus. So the men go on one side and the women go on the other side. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that's we've just been watching the series The Chosen, and they have an episode on the wedding at Cana, which is quite, yeah, it's interesting. It's good. So if you want to see a movie of this in English, look up The Chosen. I can't remember what episode, but yeah, the global live streams, you can see each episode of The Chosen. And they go into this in detail, and they have the men on one side of the room and the women on the other at different tables. There we go. D. D is in the middle here. You can see this man with a funny hat, one of the servants, pouring out the wine into these enormous cups. So D. Pincerna videt nihil esse vini reliquum. The cupbearer sees that there is no wine left. Oh, okay, so this is the cupbearer. He's the guy bearing the cup. Pincerna, so it must be the cupbearer. Videt, sees. Nihil, nothing. Esse vini reliquum. So there's no wine left. No remaining. Reliquid? Well, like a relic, the leftovers. Okay. E. Where's the letter E? Virgo mater ad autem significat Jesu deficiénte vinum. So it must be over here. Oh yeah, there's the E on the table, just between Mary and Jesus. So Virgo mater, the Virgin Mother, ad autem, in his ear, or to the ear, significat Jesu, tells Jesus deficiénte vinum, that the wine, there's no wine left. They're deficient in wine. That's where we get deficient from. Now famulus, we get the word family from famulus, but it really means servants here. So there's an F with this boy running out with the empty water pots to fill up the water pots. Famulus excurrit ut faciet quae Jesus impererat. A servant runs about to do what Jesus had ordered. So we don't get the scene where Jesus tells them to fill up the water pots. We just see them doing it. Impererat. That's where we get emperor from. Imperator. Alii sunt soliciti. That's G. So these are the other servants. There's a G down here for this servant and a G here for this servant. Okay, alii sunt soliciti. Others are asked. Now, this is the well outside with an H. Hauriunt aquam et implent hydrias. So, hauriunt aquam, they draw out the water. In implent, they fill hydrias, the pots. And then, this is the I that I could not find before, but I reckon this guy with the laurel wreath around his head. Okay, I don't know if it's laurels, might be olives. But you get, it's a wreath. He looks like he's someone special. Actually, he must be the sponsus. You reckon he might be the bridegroom? Anyway, there's a guy pointing to what we think is the wine cup, because they're filling the cup with wine over in the middle, and it's the same sort of enormous cup. So, the thing, aci triclinus mirato vini bonitatem, etc. So, the steward, or the host, mirator, marvels, so mirabile is where we get miracle from, is amazed. Vini bonitatem, at the quality, the goodness of the wine. Vini. So that is all the reading, the description of this picture. So now usually I go back, usually that's, so we'll go through the gospel a little bit more? Hope. Or maybe is that enough explanation? We went through some of the vocab. It's really fun to go through it yourself because you see all these different, the root words that we have in English. Yeah, I'll go through it one more time now that you've probably got a bit more background and might have learnt a couple more words. In illo témpore, Núptiæ factæ sunt in Cana Galillæ, et erat mater Jesu ibi. Vocátus est autem et Jesus et discípuli ejus ad nuptias. Et deficiénte vino, dicit mater Jesu ad eum, vinum non habent. Et dicit ei Jesus, quid mihi et tibi est múlier, nondum venit hora mea. Dicit mater ejus minístris, Quodcúmque díxerit vobis fácite. Erant autem ibi lapideae hydriae sex posite secundum purificationem judeorum, capiente singulae metretas binas velternas. Dicit eis Jesus, implete hydrias aqua, et impleverunt eias usque ad sumum. Et dicit eis Jesus, haurite nunc, et ferte aci triclino, et tulerunt. So draw ye out. now and carry to the steward. And they did at Tolerot. Ut autem gustavit atqui triclinus aquam vinum factam, et non sciebat unde esset. He didn't know. Remember we were talking about, there was one with shishi. Shio is I know. So you see that it's like the word science in English. Okay, to know. Ministri autem sciebat. So the architriclinus didn't know, non sciebat, but the ministry sciebat, they knew. Quid haus Erant aquam, where they've drawn the water, it had been water. Vocat sponsum architriclinus. So the architriclinus calls the sponsum. So you see that there's an M at the end. Sponsus would be doing the vocating. Okay. Vocat is to call, or he calls, and the endings of the words show who calls whom. Yeah, whom. It has an M on the end, so it shows that's the one being called. So the architriclinus is in the nominative case, that is the subject of the sentence, and sponsum is the object of the sentence. So the architriclinus is calling the sponsum, the bridegroom, at Dicit, and he says to him, omnis homo, so every man, primum bonum vinum ponit, so primum is first, bonum vinum, good wine, ponit, places, et cum, says cum is a when, inebriati fuerent, so when they're made inebriated, they're a bit more drunk, sloshed, just lubricated, there's got to be a word. Anyway, a little bit softer, more forgiving. Tunc, then, so nunc is now, tunc is then, id quod deterius est. So deterius, we've got deleterious, which is sort of deteriorating. Deteriorating, perfect. So that's which is worse than that which is worse. Tu autem, but you, however, servasti, you serve the bonum vinum, the good wine, usque ad hoc. Yeah, you've saved the best wine till last. Hoc fecit initium signorum, so this is the beginning of the signs, Jesu in Cana Galilŷæ, et manifestavit, and manifested his glory, gloriam suum, et crediderunt in eum discípuli ejus, and his disciples believed, credo, I believe, crediderunt, they believed, in eum, in him. There we go. So that feels more like I've covered it now, even though I don't think I explained the first part. But that's, I'm giving you the tools. This is the place to come to. Anyway, so here is the handwriting worksheet. I've actually got a screenshot of it, so in the article, so it's easier to find. The crossword puzzle is ready to go. I hope that's all in place. The one thing I haven't got a screenshot of here is the to read piece, which looks like this. So it's, you could get one of those extracts from a missal, which has the thing in small writing. But if you're just going to do the crossword puzzle, print this one out. I like this one because it shows the English is actually longer than the Latin. So English tends to be a bit wordier because you're trying to capture the meaning of the Latin and put it into English, and it's not a straight one-to-one conversion. This hoc fecit initium signorum goes down to this beginning of miracles. Did Jesus? Oh, I've just got miracles instead of signs. But you see, signorum, our word for signs comes from that word. Yeah. Mirabili, I guess, would be miracles? Or is that more being amazed or something? Well, I think that gets to the end of what I've got to show you. Oh, let's do the Quizlet set. I've got to set the time. So, sex is 6, sponsum is bridegroom, dicit is said, called is Vocátus, mater, mother, mihi, to me. 8 seconds! I think that's a new record for me playing it here. Usually I get about 12 or 13 seconds. But now, you can, if you're logged into Quizlet, it'll save your score. And, let's see, it's uncategorized, so I've got to edit that to put it in the right category. But I hope you enjoy the stuff and get ready for Mass on Sunday, whether you're live streaming in or if you can actually go there in person. Lastly, first, okay, this was actually the beginning of the article. People were asking when I'm live streaming, and that's good to know. So here is a link which should adjust to your time zone, but I can't actually test this because I'm in my time zone. I'm not in your time zone if you're in another time zone. And if you're in my time zone, I don't have to adjust for your time zone because I'll just say 7 a.m. Tuesday, I'm going to be doing this. So now when I do the article, I can put up a link and so you can go to kidschant.com and click that link and it should adjust to your time zone to tell you exactly when the live stream will be happening. Because it's not just a simple, people have daylight savings. Where I live, we're having daylight saving at the moment. But where you live, it might be winter time, but maybe in a few months' time, your times will change and stuff like that. So let's see if that works. Yeah, let me know. I can't think of how to check it except if I had a VPN or something like that, but I don't. So there you go. So thank you. It's still summer holidays here, so I haven't got a plan for a particular music video for this week, but I have been trying to get a music video done each week as well. So if you have any special requests, or I'll think of something. God bless, and have a good Sunday. For when it's Sunday. It's not Sunday now, it's Tuesday or Monday. God bless.